Vicky went deep inside the small cave. She could hear the man moving around outside in the bush. "You can never catch me," Vicky said. The man was still searching for her. His heavy boots crushed the dry leaves, and she heard him talking angrily to himself. "I can't lose my investment. I bought that lady with my money. She can't just escape," he said. His voice was close enough to make her heart beat wildly against her ribs. She pressed herself against the cold rock, trying to become one with the darkness. She knew he was a dangerous man and would not give up easily. She refused to make a single noise. "If I had known, I would never have dreamt of traveling abroad. Now, look at where I find myself," Vicky said. The man was highly experienced in the bush. He was not just a driver, he was a hunter. He knew everything about that forest. He was familiar with every corner, every rock formation, and every small cave where someone might hide. This thought filled Vicky with fresh terror. Her hiding place, which had seemed so clever minutes ago, now felt like a trap. "He might soon catch me. I think I should prepare my mind for whatever that is coming my way. I'm in danger," she thought. She heard him getting closer, calling out her name in a low, furious voice. She was weak from hunger and exhaustion, but her desire to survive made her strong. She stayed still and silent, holding her breath for fear that he would hear her. Vicky passed the entire night inside the small cave. The air was cold, and the sound of strange animals outside kept her awake. She did not dare to sleep. She listened to the man searching for her until the first weak light of morning began to filter through the trees. Even as the sun rose, the man was still looking. She could hear him moving in slow, steady circles around the area. He was being patient, waiting for her to make a mistake. She was scared and tired, realizing that this was a deadly game of patience. The silence would last for long periods, then she would hear the crashing of branches again. She held out hope that he had finally given up and left the area. "Maybe he is gone now," she thought. She waited for the sounds to stop completely. After a long time, the forest seemed to become quiet. The lack of noise felt like freedom. The sun was now fully up. Vicky decided the man had left. She needed to move and find water. "I need to look for water before I die of thirst," she said. She slowly crawled out from the small cave, stretching her cramped body. But she was wrong. The man was not gone, he was simply waiting. He had hidden himself perfectly, relying on his knowledge of the forest. The moment Vicky stepped into the open and stood up, he rushed out from behind a thick tree. He moved so fast that she had no time to run or even scream. He grabbed her arm with an iron grip. She was terrified and hopeless. He dragged her roughly out of the hiding place and began to shout at her for daring to escape. "Did you think you could escape from me? You think you are smart, eh? You think you are worth the $20,000 I paid for you, just to run away?" the man asked. His face was filled with anger. He hit her hard. He slapped her several times, sending her stumbling back to the ground. Tears streamed down her face, but she knew struggling was useless now. The slaps were painful and humiliating, confirming that she was now fully his property. The man did not waste any more time talking. He pulled out a rope from his pocket and quickly tied her hands tightly behind her back. He yanked her up by the arm and dragged her back toward his car. She was now helpless and completely under his control. He threw her roughly into the back of the van, where she landed hard on the metal floor. She was confused and deeply hurt. The man jumped into the driver's seat, started the engine, and drove off quickly, taking her deeper into the winding bush paths. "I'm in for big trouble," Vicky thought. Vicky lay on the hard floor, the rope biting into her wrist. The world seemed to be spinning around her. She closed her eyes and saw only the image of the man's angry face. She thought about her savings, her properties, and her dream of America, all gone. "I have lost everything," she said. All of it had been traded for this suffering. She knew she was in the hands of wicked criminals now. She felt a profound sadness, the heavy weight of a terrible mistake. She realized this was no longer about money, but about staying alive. The van sped on through the early morning forest. Vicky felt completely defeated. Her desperate escape attempt had only made her situation worse. She was tied up, beaten, and now being driven to an unknown place. She looked at the passing trees, praying silently for a miracle. She knew she could not fight this man alone. "Oh God! I hope I will leave this forest alive," she whispered to herself. To be continued.